All right, here's part 4 of a disassembly of a long train, talking action Thomas train. And today we're actually going to remove the motor drive assembly from the frame. To do that, I like to work everything this way, and you just roll it over on its side over here. All right, and these are the two screws we got to get at to remove that drive unit. You got to get to this screw right here and to that screw right there. So we'll go ahead and do that. And just remove these two screws, and that'll let you pull that drivetrain out so we can get to that. Now when you're doing things like this, hold the train in your hand. Don't push against the screw and push the train against the table, because you might damage some components of the train by putting pressure. So let the pressure go onto your hands. All right, there's that screw. Now, a lot of times this dude does just not want to come right out. You pull on it and it won't come out. Once it's catching on, see, I'm pulling on it and it won't come. Once it's catching on is the actuator arm assembly right here. There, if you look right there, there's a little hook. All right, what you got to do to get it out of here is push back on that, and then the whole thing will just pop out. All right, now here is the frame. You know, we can go ahead and take the drive wheels off. And there's a little gear that I make a copy of that now, because this is the gear that cracks in half all the time, get real brittle and crack in half. So if you need one of those, I'll be probably selling them on eBay so they can help you repair your train. But anyway, we'll set that aside. And this is the frame. This is everything attaches to it. There's not much more to say about it other than that's the frame. All right, moving over here. Now, this is the actuator assembly right here. This is all the parts together. There's a spring loaded right there. But to actually take it apart, oh, here's the speaker. All the speakers are the same speaker on all the trains. So there's, you know, if you get one and one's busted, but all the screws that hold this whole thing together is located on this side of the train. So let's move the speaker out of the way over here. And there's 3 screws that hold this up. Hold this together, and let's see if we can get to those. And use your hand underneath. You don't want to put pressure against the train parts against your bench you're working on, or you'll break components on the other side. All right, taking the 3 screws out right here. Now this was actually pretty scary the first time I did it, but I'm pretty used to it now. Especially the first time when I was trying to figure out how in the heck did that whole thing go back together. Okay, I got my 3 screws out now. Now it's just a matter of putting a little bit of force on it. Oh, it looks like it's coming to put a little force on it. A little clamshell. This is a clamshell. It holds everything together, a little clamshell around everything. And so we're going to pull this out. And we're going to take a look on the inside. Now, the little piece right here, I'm going to go ahead and grab a hold of it just so you can see it. You do not want to lose this little piece right here. This guy, this little spring. See that little spring? Do not misplace that little spring. Let's see if I can. There it is, that little tiny spring. Do not lose that. That's the spring that keeps the actuating assembly moving up and down. So we're going to put that away there really quick. All right, so let's take a look at the gears you got up in here. All right, here's your little gears. All right, you got a worm gear up here. You got a little, okay, here's your main gear coming off the motor, connected to here, which is connected to worm gear, which is connected to this gear, which is connected to that and that. So if this one turns, that, and there you go. And this is the gear that actually turns the wheels right here. You can see me moving it. Okay. Now another little part that can get away from you is, let me get in on that. You got to watch out for this guy. He will be gone in a minute, and you don't know where he's at. Is this little spring right here? See that little spring? Watch out for that. Make sure you don't lose it. Okay. But that's all your gears and everything in here. All right, so we're going to have to wrap this up here because I'm already at 5 minutes. So we're going to stop here and then pick up the next part.